Hi and welcome, Kat from Sacred Soul Rising. So, recently I saw somebody talking about is your DM unawakened? Are you on the twin flame journey, but you're awakened and they're fast asleep? They're unawakened. And it didn't amuse me. I don't know. It didn't really do anything, but I want to, because there's a lot of information out there that isn't correct about this journey, that is deeply confusing about this journey. And so I want to explain to you about awakening and non-awakening, and so you can delve deeper with this. And this journey is always about self-inquiry. This is a spiritual journey. You're not actually on a twin flame journey. Well, you write all over your YouTube, Kat, twin flame, twin flame, twin flame, twin flame. Yeah, for algorithms. But truly, you are on an awakening journey. And if you haven't had anything really spiritual happen to you, where you think, yeah, okay, I've got this thing going on here, which I believe is a twin flame connection, but I've also got all this other weird stuff happening to me. Now, if you haven't got weird stuff and you're not seeing certain numbers, you're not having certain spiritual events happen, you're not feeling certain sensations in the body, I do ask you to ask yourself, are you really on this journey? Because I see now so many people, and I want to explain, I have worked on I have been guiding people, not necessarily twins for this long, but I have been working and guiding people for decades now, a long time, privately for myself, for Sacred Soul, but also I've worked on some of the leading lines, and sometimes people would come to me, and when I'm talking about lines, I'm talking about psychic lines. And I always approached it from a soul coaching point of view, but sometimes people would come to me and go, I've been told I'm a twin flame, that I'm in a higher connection than just a soulmate, and this is this. And so I would talk to them and delve deeper, inquire within at a soul level. And often they'd be going, I don't understand what you're talking about there. No, it's just about the person. And I'd have to then share with them that I will never say one way or the other way. It's up to you. It's never anybody's right to dictate something to you. But sometimes the people that believe they're on a twin flame journey are not on a twin flame journey. Why? Because a twin flame journey really isn't a twin flame journey. It's an awakening journey. Oh my God, Kat, what are you saying? I'm now really confused. I'm going to get those people that go, you're not making any sense. I am really confused by what you're saying. You meet another incarnation of you, but in meeting that other incarnation of you, it starts off, it explodes basically. Let's be honest here. It explodes. You're awakening into self. Now, and going back to what I was talking about, where people saying that my DM or your DM is asleep and you're awake, and when is the DM gonna wake up? That is not how this works, and it's not really working, but this is not how the energies dance together. Why is that? Because to say, let's first of all look at, where do awakenings happen? do we awaken in the mind and the ego? Oh, I'm going through an awakening at mind and ego level. No. We awaken to our true essence. That's what an awakening is. An awakening awakes us up, awakens our whole energetic system. We start to transform at every single level, and not just this physical level. That is when we go through an awakening and, we start to, our skin starts to really itch, or you might get rashes, while you may change weight really, really rapidly. People will say to me, I dropped 3 stone, Kat, and I dropped it like that within a matter of weeks. And, I'd maybe tried all my life to suddenly lose weight, and suddenly it was just falling off me, and I was doing nothing about it. Our appearance starts to change. The eye colour starts to change. People suddenly that we'd had in our lives for years suddenly start to drop away. Then new people come in. Then we go into this really solitude energy. Why we start to see certain number patterns over and over again, like 12, 12, 1, 1, the 2, 2s, the 3, 3s. We see them over and over again. Certain animals like swans, stags, peacocks, birds, certain birds as well, like the crow and the raven. This is because you're being called into your true essence. That is what an awakening is. An awakening isn't something separate to ourselves. An awakening is that awakening of that Shakti and Shiva within ourselves. The dance of the two energies. The dance that dances up there. And why? Why is that energy dancing up? Why is everything taking place? Because you were ready. And it is asking you to let go of all those things that are no longer residing within you. Now, so we know an awakening happens at soul vibration, at soul level. It doesn't happen at mind and ego level. So we know it happens at soul level. Now, we also know that twins are one soul having 2 incarnations down here on the 3D. Okay. So if an awakening happens at a soul level, and you and the other incarnation, i.e. your DM, how can they be asleep? They can only be asleep and you awake if we're talking at mind, ego, body level. This journey is way beyond that. This is a soul's journey. And at soul, you are the exact same soul frequency, the exact same soul essence. You are one. So if one is awake, the other is awake. Now, where the duality, this is, the twins are polarized, okay? Twins are not, it's because I'm getting passionate. Twins are not polarized at soul. Soul, you're one. They're polarized at mind, ego, body, okay? So that is where the duality. So when the awakening happens, so you've gone through that bubble love phase, however it showed out for you. And often at this point, people will say, yeah, but we never met in person, Kat. That does not matter. This is an energetic connection. I've seen people try and correct people before and go, well, if you never met, you're not a twin flame. That's a whole heap of BS. This is an energetic connection. It's one, okay? So it doesn't matter. You could be on Venus, the other could be on Mars. When the soul magnetizes itself in, it doesn't matter. It is energy. Like I always say, if you put your energy, your divine masculine energy, dropped it into me, you would be fancying my bum off too. Why? Because you would see your God essence in me. And so I would then be like, holy mosey, I've got all these divine feminines chasing my little bum. Sorry, I have to bring a bit of humour into it. Anyway, so we know that the polarity is at mind, ego, body. So we know that both twins, awakenings happen at soul level. So we know that if divine feminine's awoken, divine masculine is awoken. The chaser, the runner, whatever 3D label you want to put on it, it's irrelevant. Okay? So if one's awoken, they're both awoken, right? It works together. It's an energetic system. But how the polarity is in mind, ego, body, okay? So when one pushes, one must pull. When one pulls, one must push. When we start to neutralize the energy, and there is no running, there is no push, and divine feminine, you lead this energetic frequency, and you just start to get into a neutral space of not caring either way, because what is the soul? The soul does not identify. The soul has no preference. The soul just is. So when you are fully in soul, you are in that neutral state, and your twin flame, i.e. other incarnation of you, can come back in when you're in a neutral state, when you're not either push, pulling, or any, where you're just in that neutral, when you're in soul. And so if you're, and another thing I want to stress here, a lot of people on this journey get stuck. My hair's tickling. When you get one piece of hair and it like tickles you. A lot of people on this journey get stuck in the story. Well, blah, 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 blah. This is beyond 3D story. This is energy. This is an energetic connection. And if you're wholly stuck in the story, repeating it over and over again, not focusing on anything spiritual, you will keep looping. But also self-inquire and go, am I even on a twin flame journey? Don't allow yourself to get into all that toxic energy. There is, unfortunately, so much toxic energy around twin flames, and a lot of it doesn't need to be there. This is an energetic connection. It is spiritual. It is true spirituality. And I'm not, I show often. I have tarot, oracle cards. I used to have loads more. I have taught healing for decades. But this journey is not about that. So are you saying that that's all rubbish? No, I'm not. But it's beyond that. This is a soul's journey that you are on. And so you have to shift into soul. That is the essence of the journey. Get out of the story. Get out of all that toxic energy. And I wrote somewhere yesterday, or maybe said something, was it yesterday or the day before? Time is an illusion to me. About, get rid of all that twin flame stuff. And somebody went, so are you saying to stop watching you too? Yeah, stop watching me then. A lot of the time I try and give you information that is not in that toxic arena, but to give you what the truth of the journey is and to keep bringing you back to soul. So I'm not feeding your toxic energy. I am not there to feed toxic energy. I'm there to give you the tools so you can shift into soul, to give you a deeper, not understanding, inner standing. Because that's what the journey's about, going within. So if you watch a lot of my videos, that's what I'm talking about. What an awakening is, why an awakening happens, what the Kundalini is. So you can then let go and start to really work on self. Because that's what the journey's about. Get out of watching all those, DM, blah, blah, blah. Now, sometimes I will put an odd thing on about what is going on in a collective energy. Because twins do, the way this comes in, how awakening, it comes in waves, okay? Waves of energy. So sometimes I will put something out there to help you understand sometimes what you're feeling. Because remember, when that merge happens in 3D, you're one at soul level, energetic level, you're one. But we can feel all these funny sensations, and it can drive us crazy because, like I said, you can feel like you're almost pregnant. You can feel them living within you. So I give you that information so it gives you that inner standing. But really where you truly need to go is back to you. This is all about you. Focus everything in on you. That is the journey. If you need more help and support, you know what to do. Click down below. I give tools. That's what I'm here to do, to give you a deeper understanding of your awakening. Because once you step into soul, that's when the journey changes. You can't magnetize the other incarnation of you back in. Wherever you are in mind and ego, that's what pushes. This is not a journey of mind and ego. It's a journey of soul. And so you have to shift into soul. And my work is giving you the tools so you can shift into soul. So giving you the reminder to get out of all that toxic stuff all the time, to detox, to surrender. And when they start to come back in, to balance. Because every time somebody just posted, in fact, a couple of people posted yesterday, fuck a cat. I now know what you were meaning. Balance. It's a soul's journey. This is a deeply spiritual journey. Get out of all that toxic, chaotic energy and bring it back to you. I'm live today in Awaken to Consciousness, which is my weekly support. I'm on for 2 hours. 2 hours today. And if you can't make it, it's always recorded. As soon as you join Awaken to Consciousness, you get hours and hours and hours of recordings. And if you take my Twin Flame course at the moment, you get a month's free access to Awaken to Consciousness. So you can get right out of all that crazy energy straight away. And remember, at the moment, my Twin Flame course has got a voucher code of LOVE. LOVE. And what is that love there for? Is that love for outside of you? No. That love is for you. Your love, for your self-love, for looking at your life, for self-inquiring about your life and where you are going and what you need to do. This is not about two becoming one. Get out of that BS. This is about one soul and having two incarnations. And once you drop into soul, you start to shift into that higher state of consciousness. You see what the reality of the journey truly is, and you start to then shift. And once you start to shift, then it all comes back to one. I send you much love, many blessings.